Welcome to the Moms of It YouTube channel. In this workout, we're going to be doing a no equipment lower body workout with a core finisher. So we're going to do 2 rounds of lower body exercises into 1 round of core exercises. You can repeat any of these as many times as you want, but we wanted to provide some workouts that require no equipment so that you can do this anywhere. We'll include a few different modifications so that this workout can meet you where you're at with a beginner, a novice, and an advanced variation so that you can choose the exercise that feels best for you. If you want more workouts like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you get notified whenever we release new videos. We release new workout videos every Tuesday, and we have a ton in our playlist for prenatal and for postpartum, so definitely check that out on our channel. And if you want daily workouts for us to support you during your pregnancy or your postpartum, check out our online fitness programs and use code YouTube10 to get 10% off any of our online offerings. So once you feel ready, your baby's all set, you got your water, let's go and get started with today's low equipment workout. So we're going to start the first round with some body weight squats. And so with these squats, we're just going to be going up and down. We're going to inhale to lower, exhale to come up. If you want to add a little bit of a pause and a pulse at the bottom, feel free, and I'll walk you through 2 different options. So feet are a little bit wider than hip distance. Inhale to lower down, exhale to come on up. So you can just continue to go up and down with the squat. Really think about exhale to lift up in that pelvic floor as you come up and down, or you can come at the bottom, add a pulse, and then come up. So we'll add a little bit of an up and down and then come up. You can kind of choose what feels better for you in your body, either going straight up and down or coming down and adding a little bit of a pulse. If you don't have a ton of equipment around, this is a really easy way to add a little bit more time under tension to help strengthen your muscles, to increase the challenge of your workouts. It's just to add pauses, some pulses. And then again, exhale. Think lift up in the pelvic floor as you stand up. Inhales to lower. In about 5 seconds, we're going to do 30 seconds of either a squat jump or coming up on the toes. So we're going to come down and then either come up on the toes. This is a great option if you're not feeling quite ready for impact. If you want a little bit more, we can add in a hop. So you can kind of choose what feels best for you. Either just popping up on the toes or adding in the hop. 5 seconds, we're going to move on to some lunges. So weights in the left foot, step back, come up and drive that knee. We're going to do 30 seconds here, and then we're going to do the other side. And then we're going to come into some hops. Five seconds, we'll switch sides. Go ahead and switch. If you don't quite feel ready for the knee drive, you can just bring that foot forward. Five seconds, we're going to move on to some calf raises. So go ahead and come. We're going to come up on the tippy toes and then back down. Come up and hold at the top and then lower down. After this, we're going to come into some hops, or you can maintain the calf raises. So if you don't feel ready for hops, just continue to do the calf raises. If we're hopping, keep that rib cage down. We don't want to be thrusting up in the rib cage. If you need, you can stagger the feet, left foot back, right foot forward. Now feet are just wider than hip distance. We're going to shift from leg to leg. So reach for the opposite toe. Keep both toes down as we shift from side to side. So you're going to feel a stretch in that inner thigh and then a stretch in that outer glute. Add some twisting in the upper body. This is a great pelvic floor exercise. It might not look like it because it's not a deep squat or a butterfly pose. However, this is moving your pelvis through an internal to external rotation, which is super helpful to stretching different parts of your pelvic floor. So that finishes up round number 1. We're going to do that one more time, and then we're going to move into our core exercises. So we're going to start with that 1 minute of squats. We can either do up and down or add in that pulse at the bottom. Increase that time over tension. Feet a little bit wider than hip distance. Inhales down, add the pulse, or just go straight up and down. We're going to be here for 1 minute. And then we're going to go into our jumps or toes up. We can still get a workout in even without lots of weights and equipment. If we're traveling, for example, this is a great way to get some movement in. Or if you're just looking to get something quick in, baby's napping, maybe they're playing in the living room. Five seconds, we're going to move to either heels up or hopping with our squats. Inhales down, either come up onto the heels. So we have like a little bit of like a pop at the top, or actually jump. And you can kind of do both too. If you do like 3 or 4 hops and your like legs are burning. Three seconds, we're moving on to those lunges. Left foot forward. Inhale, step back. Right foot. You can drive up, or you can just place the foot next to that forward foot. 30 seconds, we'll switch sides and switch. And again, you can add the drive, or you can just bring the foot up to the front foot. Five seconds, we'll move on to the calf raises. Feet together, come up on the heels, or lift the heels and back down. Hold at the top for a second, and then lower down. Ten seconds, we're going to move on to our hops, or you can continue to do your calf raises. Rib cage down and begin to hop in place. We can stagger the feet, left foot back, right foot forward. That positioning is really helpful for your pelvic floor. So if you're feeling heaviness or leaking, left foot a little bit backwards can be super helpful. And then remember, rib cage is down. Three seconds, we're moving on to those lateral hip shifts. Feet are a little bit wider. Shift to one leg and then to the other. And as I come from side to side. I'm rotating my hips towards that forward leg. And I'm kind of sitting back as I do this movement as well. So I'm coming back, sitting towards my heel, rotating upper body towards that bent knee. Big toe is down in both feet. We have that stretch in the inner thigh, and then a stretch in that outer glute. If you want to advance this in future workouts, you could add a weight, and this will help bring you a little bit deeper into it and be a little bit more of a lower back exercise. Let's go ahead and come down to the floor. We're going to move through 5 minutes of core exercises. So we're going to start on our back. Right leg is going to be straight. Left knee is going to be in this 90 position, or like a tabletop up. And I'm going to reach up with my left arm. So I'm going to roll to the right as I reach up to the ceiling. Go ahead and roll. If you want to come up onto that left arm or right arm, feel free. And then come back. But I'm reaching up with this arm. This can be a really great shoulder mobility exercise. It's also a great oblique exercise. We're just kind of rolling to the side. Reach to the ceiling and then press through that arm that's on the floor. So we're really pushing the shoulder up. Now bring the legs together. We're going to push the hips forward for the sideline hip abduction. Spread the feet apart and then sit back down. So as we do this movement, we're finding full extension in both hips. So I'm pushing my hips forward, think slight tuck underneath of the butt, and not pushing my hips up straight towards the ceiling. So hips are forward and then sit back. Think about keeping that rib cage and pelvis aligned so we're not doing all of this twisting and turning. We're keeping this position as we go up and down. Pressing through that forearm. And then really think at the top, tucking that butt underneath. It's really going to turn on that bottom glute a lot more. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. Left leg is straight, right leg is up. Roll and come up onto that left arm, and then back. So I'm thinking reach up with that right hand towards the ceiling, and then press through that left arm to lift up out of the shoulder blade and armpit. So I'm not sagging down here. I'm pressing through there so that there's like a space. My armpit can kind of sink in. About 10 seconds, we're going to come into that sideline hip abduction on this side. Bring the knees together. We're going to exhale, push those hips forward, then spread the legs apart, and then sit back. So really think at the top, I'm pushing the hips forward, kind of like you're doing a glute bridge on your side. And I'm thinking tuck the hips underneath as I push them forward. You're going to feel it a lot more in that bottom glute. And then really think rib cage and pelvis are staying aligned so we're not, again, twisting and turning down here. This is a really great exercise for the core to do during pregnancy And in the postpartum, it typically doesn't cause coning. It's usually fairly safe to do and very effective. Well, now we're going to come to a plank position to finish up. So we're going to come into a plank. If the plank feels like too much, you can keep the knees in and you can just hover in the knees, or you can keep them down. But in the plank, I'm going to bring my knee towards my elbow, come back, and then opposite knee to the elbow. If you're doing this in the tabletop, we'll be here. Either knees down the floor or hovering. Just choose what feels most accessible to you. You can also do a few reps and then take a break and then come back to it. You can elevate the hips a little bit more to do it. About 10 seconds to go. And that concludes today's workout. So we did 2 rounds of a lower body workout with no equipment. Finish up with a 5-minute core workout. If you want to join any of our cool down mobilities, feel free. We have a ton on our YouTube channel. Just look up Mama Stay Fit, cool down mobility, and there's a lot of workouts there for you. Thanks so much for joining us. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you want more daily workouts from us, check out our online prenatal and postpartum fitness programs. We offer you daily workouts to help you stay strong and pain-free as you navigate your motherhood journey. And use code YouTube10 to get 10% off any of our online offerings. We have self-paced workouts. We have lifting workouts. We teach you how to use a barbell both for pregnancy and for postpartum. And there's also follow-along videos as well. So check all those out at our website at mamastayfit.com and use code YouTube10 to get 10% off.